Chapter 7. Managing Emotional Overload. Emotional overload occurs when the mind and body receive more stress, stimulation, or feelings than they can process. It often leads to fatigue, irritability, anxiety, and difficulty focusing. Managing overload is essential for clarity, calm, and overall well-being. Overload can come from many sources: work pressures, relationship stress, constant digital engagement, or unresolved emotional patterns. Each experience adds weight, and without conscious management, the nervous system becomes overwhelmed. Emotional overload is not a flaw. It is a signal that boundaries, rest, or awareness are needed. The first step in managing overload is recognition. Notice when emotions feel heavy, thoughts race, or your body feels tense. Awareness of these signals allows timely intervention. Before exhaustion worsens, earlier you act, the easier it is to restore balance. Next, pause and breathe. Deep, slow breathing reduces nervous system activation, lowers stress hormones, and creates space to respond instead of react. Even a few minutes of focused breathing can shift energy from tension to calm. Organization and prioritization help manage external stressors. Identify what requires immediate attention and what can wait. Trying to address everything at once increases overload. Focused, deliberate action conserves energy and reduces mental clutter. Emotional processing is equally important. Journaling, talking with a trusted person, or reflecting on feelings prevents accumulation of unresolved emotions. Suppression intensifies overload, while expression promotes relief and clarity. Boundaries play a critical role. Saying no, limiting exposure to draining situations, and protecting personal time prevents repeated overload. Boundaries are not selfish. They are necessary for sustainable emotional health and energy management. Self-care practices support resilience, adequate rest, healthy nutrition, movement, mindfulness, and recreation replenish emotional and physical energy. Neglecting these needs accelerates overload and increases vulnerability to stress. Digital and sensory hygiene also matters. Constant notifications, media consumption, and multitasking increase emotional load. Pausing, limiting input, and creating periods of quiet restore focus and calm. The nervous system requires periods of rest to function optimally. Reflection enhances long-term management. Regularly review triggers, stressors, and emotional patterns. Adjust boundaries and routines as needed. Emotional overload is not permanent. Proactive strategies reduce its intensity and frequency. Ultimately, managing emotional overload is about reclaiming control. You cannot remove all stress, but you can regulate how it affects you. Awareness, breathing, boundaries, organization, and self-care transform overwhelm into manageable energy. When emotional overload is managed effectively, clarity returns. Life becomes more navigable, calm, and fulfilling. Mastery over emotional load is essential for sustained peace, growth, and presence.